It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. The work week is almost over, and you can't wait to kick back, relax, and catch up on all your favorite YouTube videos. You grab your phone and open up the YouTube app, but then you notice something strange. All of your videos have been removed. You check your feed, and all you see is an error message. It says this video is unavailable. You try another video and get the same message. You try one more just to be sure, but you get the same result. And at that moment, you realize that for some reason, YouTube, along with every other social platform, has been shut down. What do you do now? Welcome to Parallelish and to the Ultimate What If series. Today, we're going to find out what would happen if social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, completely disappeared. Let's do this one platform at a time. First up, YouTube. With over 2.6 billion active users, it's safe to say that most of us spend a good amount of time on this platform. But what would happen if it just shut down? Well, for starters, you would probably binge a lot of movies and TV shows because, let's face it, it's only so many times you can rewatch Friends before getting sick of it. You might pick up a new hobby, like playing an instrument or cooking. Or you might start reading books again, which is actually really good for you. A study done by the University of California found that reading can reduce stress by up to 68%. That's because when you read a good book, you enter what's called a flow state. This is a state of intense focus and complete immersion in a task. So if YouTube was gone, not only would you be less stressed, but you'd also be more focused and productive because you would unhave these mindless videos constantly pulling your attention away from your work. And even though some people would probably be upset about losing their favorite source of entertainment, others would actually be quite happy with the extra free time. But what if other social platforms also disappeared? If Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter were taken offline, well, first of all, you would have to find a new way to procrastinate. Just kidding. There are more important things at stake here. For example, businesses that use these platforms to market their products and services would need to find alternative ways to reach their target audience. This could lead to the rise of new marketing channels, such as email and print advertising. And while this may seem like a setback, it could also be a good thing for businesses because it would force them to be more creative with their marketing efforts. It could also be a good thing for society as a whole because it would reduce the amount of online advertising that we're all bombarded with every day. We're constantly being shown ads for products and services we don't need, which not only annoys us, but it also wastes our time and money. But without social media platforms, businesses would have to find other ways to reach potential customers. This could lead to more targeted and effective marketing campaigns, which could save consumers a lot of money. And what about the news? With so much of our news consumption happening on social media platforms, it's easy to forget that there are other ways to stay informed. If these platforms disappeared, we would likely turn to traditional media sources such as newspapers and television. While this may seem like a step backwards, it could actually be a good thing. Traditional media sources tend to be more reliable than social media platforms, which are often riddled with fake news and propaganda. Plus, these sources usually provide more in-depth coverage of events. So even though we would lose the convenience of getting our news on social media platforms, we would gain in terms of reliability and quality. But what about the negative aspects of social media? We all know that these platforms can be harmful to our mental health. If they suddenly shut down, would this be a good or bad thing? Well, for those who struggle with body image, social media can be especially harmful. Many people, especially young women, feel pressured to conform to unrealistic beauty standards. This can lead to eating disorders and other serious problems. If social media disappeared, this problem would likely go away entirely, as people would no longer be exposed to photoshopped images of models and influencers. Additionally, social media has been linked to increased rates of anxiety and depression. When people compare themselves to others on these platforms, they often feel inadequate, and this can take a toll on their mental health. If social media disappeared, we might see a decrease in cases of anxiety and depression. Of course, these are just some of the potential benefits of a world without social media. There are likely many more that we can't even think of. Now, it's time to hear from you. Would we be more productive, happier, or more isolated without social platforms? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Parallelish, where imagination bends reality. I'm Nova, your guide through the unknown. Want to explore more timelines? Tap the playlist above and keep diving into the what-ifs. Until next time, stay curious.